Okay, so today I'm going to solve a program, a simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division program. So before starting, all I have to do is I will mention the class name. All I have to do is I'll save this program, Control S. A file explorer will come in front of you. What you have to do is you have to save it with your class name. So I can call it as, let's say, mm, calculators.java. Make sure that whatever class you have saved, do not make another class with the same name which you have solved for the previous name. So say for example, I had saved all calculations, all characters, calculations, calculators, circle. So make sure that whatever class name you're giving to the specific folder, subfolder in the Java program, the main folder, make sure that it does not have two names for two different folders. Otherwise, there'll be compilation errors. So save it with calculators.java extension. Make sure that the first letter of each word in your class name is capital. Save it. Using that calculator name, you will write a class. Either you could write it as public class or simply class. Okay. So write the class name, which is calculators, curly braces. Now, most platforms, what they do is they always, so say for example, you enter anything. Say for example, you enter quotes, open quote, and automatically it will display closed quote. Many IDEs, integrated development environment, what they do is, such as BlueJ, if you enter only quotes, then it will not save. If you enter only quotes, then it will not automatically write the closed part. You have to do it on your own. But fortunately, in Sublime, whichever literally you give, say for example, curly braces or quote, it will automatically display a closed form of that literal. Okay, of that type of operator or any symbol. Now, what I will do is I will write MA, which is main. I'll do enter, and automatically it will display public static void main string arguments. Now I'll do a revision as I mentioned in my previous long video. Public, for all those of you, a specific note for all those of you who have come directly to this video, I would advise you to listen to my first video. I know it is a long video and it is my first video on Java programming. I was a little bit nervous, but you will get to know everything you need to know in that video. Now, public means that this program, so a specific note again, sorry for interrupting. Whatever block of code you write, any code you write for a program, it has to be inside these curly braces. So whatever program you write inside these curly braces, whatever codes, it public, if you write public, there are three types of access specifiers. These are known as access specifiers: public, private, or protected. Now, what I'll do is I'll write public. Static means the program that I'm about to write, it is the original copy. There will be no duplication made. Void means that program will not return a value. Now, there is a method main string arguments, which has to be written in every program that you do in Java programming. Now, there is a main and the string arguments that is present, string args or string arguments that is present inside. So say for example, I have a main method. You could write it as main and closed, open and closed round brackets over here also. And whatever you write inside this, say for example, A, B, C, D, that will be known as a parameter. So say for example, the main method here, I'll just swap this because we do not need this. The main method over here and string arguments that is present inside this open curved bracket and close curved bracket, it has this is known as the parameter. Now, what I'll do is I I have to write a program at simple addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So I'll take two variables, int. Now there are around 8 data types. What I'm writing is one of those data types. So any So I'll just display it with an example. int num1 is equal to any number that you think of between minus 2 billion to 2 billion. Why? Because minus 2 billion to 2 billion, the numbers between them is the range for this data type int. So I can enter 2344, enter int num2. These are known as the variables, and these are the values that are stored inside these variables. So anytime you want to call these variables, Java has allotted a special memory for these variables which have a specific value mentioned. Now, if, say for example, int data type has the range between minus 2 billion to 2 billion, anything more than that and it is not in its range, so you therefore use long. But for now I'll mention a number between minus 2 billion and 2 billion. You could write short, byte, int, whichever. So for now I'll write int because it is the default data type used for Java programmers. Num2, make sure that your variables are not same throughout the program, and you could enter the same value or different values. I'll take 3443, enter. Now if you want a calculation to be displayed on the terminal window, you could use this package system.out. Print line, and don't forget to terminate the statement between semicolon. So I'll just copy this. Okay. Double quote, double quote, double quote, and double quote. Okay. Now I will write over here though. So say for example, any program, any package. So say for example, for now in system.out.println bracket, any sentence you want to be displayed on the terminal window, it has to be inside these quotes. So in the terminal window, I want the sentence, the answer, the addition is this answer. So what I'll do is I want that sentence to be displayed on the terminal window. So I'll write that sentence inside these quotes. The addition answer is plus. Before you do that, all you have to remember is I'll just write down whatever code that I'm about to do and I'll explain it to you later. Now I can write this as add num1 plus num2 and sub. Now add sub num2 num1, these are variables. Num1 minus num2 int multiplication, which is num1 into num2, and finally division, which I forgot to write the data type. int division is equal to num1 num. Now these are all statements, so don't forget to terminate it with these semicolons. Now over here, int data type stores value between minus 2 billion to 2 billion, and it is a default data type that is used for Java programmers. Now over here, I've mentioned these variables. So what are variables? Num1 is a variable, num2, add, subtract, multiplication, division. These are short variable terms. Now, number1, number2, number1, number2 have these specific values. And as I've said before, in any part of the program, if you call number1 or number2, Java has allocated that memory for num1, num2. If you call on num1, the value encoded in that memory will be 234. So it will be 234 plus num2, which is 3443. So 2344 plus 3443, it will display it in the terminal window. Now, to print that answer in the terminal window, what you have to do is enter the variable's name. So over here, add sub mult and then finally div, which are the short forms for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So say for example, if you want to print a sentence which shows that the answer for this answer, so any sentence that you want to print, you could write it with quotes. And whatever sentence you want to print, so say for example, I am a Java programmer. So any sentence that you want to write, you have to write it within quotes. Otherwise, if you only want the answer without quotes, mention the variable name, and then say for example 2344 plus 3443, that value, whatever comes out of that, will be stored in this variable add. 2344 minus 3443 will this should be 2. So whatever value 3443 minus 2344, that value will be stored under sub. Similarly is for the last two variables. So any variable inside the system.out.println package that you mention inside these brackets, that value that is stored. So you're basically calling these variables. Whatever value that is stored inside these variables, Java will present these values. So enough of the chit chat. I will compile this program. For that, you go search CMD command prompt, specify your location, your Java. So what I mean by location, Java programs is basically stored in File Explorer, somewhere in File Explorer. If you know where it is saved, good. Otherwise, you have to check. So my folder Java programs is saved in D drive. CD. Now after CD, you have to write a folder name, which is Java programs in my case. Press enter, dir. Now make sure that in these cases, no spelling error should be there because CMD command prompt is case sensitive. Dir for Windows, press enter. And this is not some hacker codes. These are basically what programs are saved inside the Java program folder in File Explorer. Now, Java C. Java C is basically Java compiler. Enter your class name, calculators dot Java with the extension file dot Java. Press enter. If there's any compilation error, it will show it here. In this case, it will show it here. I'm sorry. If there's no error mentioned, then you will be good to go and it will show it like this. So all you have to do is you have to press Java, not Java C, only Java, and calculators, and only calculators, not .java extension file. Press enter. Error, could not find or load main class calculators. Why is that so? Because I have not saved this program. For saving it, select the whole program, press the shortcut key Control S. It will show a cross over here. Press anywhere and press space. It will show a certain circle here. That means that the program has been saved. Go to command prompt, CMD, specify a folder location, CD Java programs. That's because there is a spelling error. So that, as I've mentioned before, CMD is case sensitive. Java programs, dir, but that is directory. Java C, Java compiler, the class name, calculators with the extension file .java. Press enter. If there's any compilation error, it will mention over here. Now there is no, so that's okay. Now I'll mention Java, not Java C, only Java, and only the class code name without the .java extension file. Calculators. Press enter, and you have the answer. Now over here, you might be wondering that, hey, 2344 divided by 3443 is 0. Well, that's because there is a data type for decimals too. So say for example, if I have to write 4563, there is a certain range, and according to that range, I will mention a data type. Now for decimals, there are two types of data types: float data type, and there's a double data type. Usually double by default is mentioned in Java. Java programmers basically by default mention the double program. So in division cases, what I'll do is I will take the float data type used for decimal, and when save it on regular intervals. Any changes that you have made in the program, Control S, press space, it will show a certain circle over here. Go to command prompt. Let's close this. So again, Java C calculators.java, Java calculators, press enter, and now over here it has mentioned 0.0. Why? Because the range for float is short. If you had mentioned double, the range is longer. So therefore it would have mentioned 0.0012469, any decimal answer for that. So I hope you understand this program, and I do hope that you enjoyed this video. We will meet in the next video. Stay home, stay safe, and take care. Bye.